If growing your YouTube subscriber base is your number one priority right now with YouTube, or you don't really have any other social media platforms or website that you know to use for your YouTube channel links, then I'm going to share a little hack with you to where you can actually use your YouTube channel links to grow your subscribers on YouTube and actually keep people on YouTube. And as an example, we're here at the Ramsey Show Highlights YouTube channel. And as we can see here, their first and primary channel link is actually to get people to subscribe to the channel. Okay. I'm going to show you what this looks like. So currently I'm unsubscribed, as you see here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on their subscribe button. And my Wi-Fi is just taking a little bit. But essentially what this does, I click on the subscribe button. YouTube's now going to ask me, are you sure you want to subscribe? I just hit yes, I do want to subscribe. And now this should change. I should now be subscribed. There it is. I'm now subscribed to the Dave Ramsey Show. 2 easy clicks, right? And I'm going to show you how to do this for your own channel. But really quick, since I received questions about this, as you can see, right, we have our channel links right here. And then we have the subscribe button, which is, by default on YouTube already. So you may be thinking, well, Sumner, isn't this a waste if we have both a subscribe button in our channel links as well as a subscribe button right below? Isn't that kind of a waste of our efforts? And the answer is no. Again, it's up to you and your objectives. Obviously, I'm not currently using this with my channels, although that may change because I'm constantly testing and I'm testing with clients as well. And with certain individuals, this makes the most sense, or with certain channels. But think about Coca-Cola as an example. If you've ever driven down the highway and you've seen a Coca-Cola billboard, there's a good likelihood you've also seen another or even several other Coke billboards, even along the same stretch of road, kind of for miles. And you would think, well, wait, I already saw the billboard once. Why do I need to see the billboard multiple times? Because it's a psychological factor that when you see the same message multiple times, it makes you significantly more likely to take action, based on what that message is, than if you only saw it once. So sort of like preaching to the choir. Or if you've read a book, especially if it's nonfiction, you've read a book, great, learned a lot, put it down, and then picked it up a year later and reread, and you're like, oh my gosh, there's so much almost like new information. I'm learning like all these new things. It's because the same message multiple times can actually be extremely beneficial. And in this case, the more times someone sees the word subscribe, the more likely they will be to subscribe. So for example, if you had subscribe here just in your channel kind of art, subscribe link here, and then the subscribe button, they are much more likely to subscribe to your channel. But again, of course, there's the balance of not being too overt and too excessive about it. But in general, it's really not that excessive. So anyway, just a little bit about that, little marketing tip for you. So definitely not a waste of efforts to have this in your link, and especially if your goal is to grow your YouTube subscriber base, or you're at a loss of kind of links to use, then this can be a very good strategy for you. So what you're going to do is head over to your channel, click on customize channel, just as we've done, head back over to basic info. And then under basic info, we're going to scroll down until we see our channel URL. Now, if you have a custom URL, go ahead and copy your custom URL, which you can do right here. You can just go ahead and copy. If you don't have a custom URL, no worries. It does not matter. And in this case, it really doesn't matter either way. So it doesn't matter. Just choose one of them. They both go to the same place. So we're just going to go ahead and use this one. Okay, so we have our custom URL. So basically when someone types this URL or just clicks on it, it takes them directly to my YouTube channel. Okay, that's what you want. Next, what we're going to do is you're going to go ahead and click on the Google Doc that I have attached here in the resources of this video. And I'll try to link this as well if I'm able to as well, just to have this like directly kind of in the description section if possible. It's very, very simple. What you're going to do, or the formula for the link that you want to create in order to get people to subscribe. Because if you just have a link to your YouTube channel, for example, right? If we just had a link to our YouTube channel, what I would do is I would click on this button. Guess what it would do? It would just basically refresh the page. We don't want people to refresh the page. We want them to subscribe. So what we need to do in order to make that happen, we'll have the channel URL right here, which I just copied. And then you're going to add, the key here is you want to add this code right at the end. No space, no plus, no dash, nothing. Just right after your YouTube channel URL, you will include this code, which is !sub_confirmation equals 1. That's it. Kind of, weird or messy, but that's what you want to do. And then an example, right? So I've taken my URL, which you already saw, which is this section right here is my URL, https:// www.youtube.com/c/Sumner Hobart. all of that. Got it there. And then immediately after, I'm adding, look, this, I'm adding it right after. Okay, perfect. That creates my new URL. And whenever I share this URL, by the way, you can use this for your YouTube channel link. You can also use this to share, especially with friends or family members, people who are very likely to subscribe to your channel. Share this with them instead of sharing your YouTube channel, because that'll increase the likelihood of them obviously subscribing, right? Because it'll kind of by default say, hey, you want to subscribe to the channel, yes or no? And they'll basically be like, oh, yeah, sure, hit subscribe, right? So you can use this outside of the links, but again, in this case, we're gonna go ahead and copy our new link that we just created. Go back to our channel. Again, we're right in the right area. We were here in the channel URL. We're just gonna scroll down to get to the link section. Here, we're gonna change this to subscribe. And then here in the URL, we're going to delete whatever's in here. And then we're gonna add our new. So there we go, https www.youtube.com/. There we go, all that looks good. And then go ahead and hit publish and you're good to go. And just to show you that it works, I'm gonna open a new tab here. I'm entering my URL, just pasting my URL right in the section there. And there we go. Do you want to confirm channel subscription? And then I'd go ahead and hit subscribe, but because it's my own channel, I'm not allowed to do that. Actually, if I go ahead and do that, it says you may not subscribe to yourself. Okay, no worries. But everyone else will be able to. So that's how a little hack that you can get to increase subscribers, both through your YouTube channel links, as well as this URL that you can share with friends and family and your audience to ultimately grow your subscriber base. So hope you find this helpful. If you have any questions, let me know and let's go ahead and get to the next video.